Testing, testing. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Um, so we're sitting here watching all of the AI stocks continue to rip. So it's definitely been a couple of days where it's like these companies, if you look into individual companies, they're all just following the AI sentiment. Um, Me, Rooster, and Donnell were talking about these stocks yesterday, and bringing up different factors and things like that. And these things just absolutely ripped. I mean, it was unobvious. Um, but CXAI was one of the ones where I was kind of like questioning because it had this open top. When it looked like, yeah, back here at this $5, it had clear skies. It has nothing above it. So that's the only really obvious one that I was like, oh man, that I don't know. It has no, it's just following sentiment. Will that sentimental move be able to push it through? But it really didn't matter because the people were there for that. They were like, oh my goodness, I guarantee you so many articles got circulated through chat rooms and stuff. Oh man, if it breaks here, that's an open top. And so that's kind of what happened. But looking over here on the things that I've collected so far, these are the ones that we'll be watching into the open. We got CXAI. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Donnell. We got SAI. We got MRAI. And we got PTPI up there, 100%. Now, one of the ones that has AI in the name that has already taken a drop here, down almost 30% during pre-market, got up here to 856, dropped all the way back down to $3. Now this, I think, is a precursor of the others. So, but this one didn't even have as much range as the others. It jumped from $1 up to $8. The biggest jump was CXAI, which went from almost around $1 up to $30 here in pre-market. So I'm thinking we may see some halts here. People trying to consider the facts, look over things, and especially with it being Friday going into the weekend. I don't know how many people will be like, hey, let's go ahead and take profit, but we'll see. We will see because I'm pretty sure some people swung it over the overnight. I know Rooster did. If you guys watch Reliable Rudy's channel, he swung a little bit over the night. Hopefully he gets to take profit. He got in somewhere down here at like what 10 something. So we'll see what that does for him if he wakes up early enough to take profit. Or he might have a limit order out there. I don't know. But yeah, I did not touch these AI movers. Did not. I wanted to I kind of like things that are a little bit more obvious, have a little bit more structure to them. Because with these open tops like this, I mean, you don't know where this thing's going. We didn't even know that it was gonna be. And Rooster, we saw this thing down here at $3. We were like, I don't know. I don't know. And Rooster was like, yeah, it doesn't have the strength or something like that. I was like, man, these low flows sometimes they don't care. And this was one of those that did not care. So, it kind of ripped. But yeah, we'll be definitely watching CXAI into the open. Watching for halts. Really, that's really what I'm looking for now today. I don't know if the halts will be upward or downward. And I mean, it's hard to guesstimate at this point with it just going. But some pretty nice indicators in some of these lower AIs, and all three of these probably will not be able to hold up. Or wait, let's say all three. Yeah, all three of these CXAI, SAI, and MRAI. I don't know how well they're gonna hold up. SAI is green right now, coming on through there. But we'll see. Top volume mover is CXAI with 7 million shares traded on the morning. Had a whole lot yesterday as well. What was that? whole lot traded on yesterday as well. Yesterday's volume was 163,777,432. So about 163 million shares traded yesterday, and almost to 10 million shares traded today. So we'll see. A lot of goosebumps in the market today, especially with it being a Friday. That's the other thing. It's like these things are ripping big into the weekend, or close to the weekend, but Friday is going to be the determining factor. It's got a whole day today for people to either continue to hold or take profit. And I'm just thinking, if I was long this back down here, or let me go back to CXI. If I was long this back down here, why would I let it return? Why would I let it return all the way to these prices without selling anything? Is my thought. Like, I'm thinking some profit will be taken, if not all. But think about the people that went to sleep today or yesterday that put limit orders up here to be filled during intraday. Like let's say if they had a couple thousand shares, couple 100,000 shares up here around $20, and those haven't been hit yet because they're intraday limit orders and not like pre-market limit orders. There's a lot of orders probably up here. People didn't even think it was probably going to get to 30, and they just put limit orders up there and just went to sleep. So we'll see. Yeah, Laura, you said manipulation or insider info. Well, that's the thing. The news came out yesterday afternoon during aftermarket. No company specific news on any of these that have AI in the name. I was looking into them. I was like, well, maybe they'll have some type of news. Nope. No news. No kind of company specific news. The companies don't know what's going on. Just a price jump. So that's why I'm thinking we're going to have some halts and possibly halt downs, but it's one of those roller coaster things. Maybe it'll go up before it goes down, but it's just a lot of maybes to me. I like a little bit more certainty, a little bit more reasoning for a particular direction. Donnell says IZM on the move. IZM 54%. Let's see what kind of does that one have any news? IZM. IZM upgrades. This is another AI one. Oh boy. Another AI ticker right there. I see Zoom Group Inc. upgrades AI customer service system to enhance service quality and efficiency. AI, man, been going off. So we're gonna see. I mean, I don't know. For those that made profit, took profits on these, man, I congratulate you because it was not my setup at all. Never gave me the dips that I wanted. They kind of just ripped and ripped and ripped and ripped. Let's look at the daily chart on IZM. So IZM, we can see it has the same setup here. Has a high up here of 422. Let me see, what is it at now? 372. So it's got the same open top setup, but I don't know if it's going to have the same move. And this is just like yesterday when we were looking at CXAI. We were like, man, I don't know if it can get up there. I don't know if it can get up there, and it explodes. But the problem is the ticker that took off, or the ticker that I guess stole the show. It's gonna be very hard to get that same volume, even though this is a similar setup. It's gonna be very hard to get that same volume, and IZM doesn't even have a million shares on the board yet. At this point, yesterday CXI AI at least had like 10, 15 million shares, 20 million shares. So yeah, we're gonna have to see what this one wants to do. Let me go and look at the float on IZM as well. IZM float looking like float of 5.55 million. So definitely a low float. Definitely a low float there again. On the 4-hour chart, getting a nice little pullback, just like with CXI do that too. No, it didn't really do that. Nope. None of them really did a harsh pullback before the open like this. We'll see where this one closes, but it hit a high up here of 512. I'm just gonna sit back with my morning popcorn and kind of see what these first couple of minutes do. Do these things want to go into halts? Way lighter volume on them today than yesterday though, because yesterday they at least had 15 million on the board easy, and they're barely getting over 10. So let's see. PTPI going on down there. Okay. Let's see what the SPY is doing as well. SPY just floating around that 413-ish level. But I don't know how much. I mean, the SPY really didn't have anything to do with the these moves yesterday. They were just going. SPY did have a little move up, but just going flat now. Yesterday's intraday. The one that started it all, GFAI. Actually, no, the one that started it all was AI. This one. This is the one that started it all. It started ripping up here, 27 up to 35, and came back down to 22. So we got everything AI related. Apartment today. Hmm. What is going on? SAI bouncing to the moon there, 238%. Okay. SAI bouncing. This is going to be a scary day, man. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity today, but you definitely got to buckle down and get in there and get out, you know. Good morning, GD. We're sitting here watching a lot of movers going crazy. SAI pumping on up there up to the $6 now. Look at this daily chart. Oh boy, yeah, SAI is definitely Definitely has moved quite a bit. It started here at 150 or closed at 152 yesterday and has jumped all the way up here to $6 up here. Crazy movement. So, of course, we can see a little bit where it has spiked up and came back down, but yeah, not really that close to an open top. I think the closest one to the open top, like CXAI, was where'd it go? MRAI. MRAI. Nope, that's not it either. Which one was it? IDAI. Oh, no, no, no. It was IZM that had that similar setup. IZM. This one. There we go. So that's the open top, just like with CXAI. Had a little open top, and we were like, oh man, that thing isn't gonna break that. And it went up and tested it and ripped it. All right. SAI jumping through the $6 now, up 300 something percent. So I'm thinking this one is going to be the one that people are going to be most interested in out of the open. It's green, holding a lot of green in the bag. Has a lot better formation than CXAI, especially for breakout traders. It's been a breakout week. Like all the breakouts have been doing pretty good. But that doesn't mean that all of them are gonna do good. We haven't seen those huge drop backs. Like those big wicks that are formed on a lot of breakouts we see during normal trading, the normal season. We see a breakout, and if it breaks out a lot, it snaps back hard. We haven't really seen that a whole lot this week, so I guess that's a good sign for breakout traders not getting swatted down. IZM coming on back down to regular prices there. About 15 minutes to the bell. We have a 300% mover. Previous consolidation on SI is back here at VWAP at the 375s. So SAI and CXAI hand in hand with the volume, but now SAI is starting to walk away. Seeing it go up, trying to reach that 10 million shares traded on the day. So it is the leader in this competition above $2. And very low float as well. Most of these were low floats. Let's see, what exactly was SI? SAI, the float is looking like 4.15 million on that one. No kind of shelf registration. Okay, owned by insiders, almost 50% owned by insiders. Let me make sure that's right. A lot of insider trading around here, huh? Insider, yeah, 59%. And then institutional owning, very small. So yeah, these could be some pumped up stocks by insiders circulating articles on them. And if insiders want them to go up, they shall go up. Whoa, wasn't this thing just at $6? SAI just dropped down to $6 and popped back up to almost $7. Well, I say almost. It's touching 7 now, getting through 7. Insane movement during pre-market. So these are some pre-market days for you. Okay. So SI will be our top watch out of the open. Kind of hard to tell what kind of resistance it's going to have. Let's look back here and so top side we had a little bit of consolidation around the 6, just there momentarily. A little bit of consolidation right on this 625-ish level, almost 625. And now coming up here to this top, let's go ahead and put some resistance in. We'll see how it comes up to this 730 and continues, if it's going to continue. Because that's looking like the break point, 725 actually, 725-ish level. Okay. We'll do a little bit of cleanup of this watch list as we see how this stuff reacts. 8 minutes to the bell. Can it go ahead and break that 725 is the question. Almost a 10 million shares traded on the day. Man, Donnell making bank out there from the 6 to the 685 on SAI. Trading within this range, this little testing range right above the 6s. What is this? BBAI? BBAI showing up there. Let's see what that one does. That one came up a little bit, but just not a gapper like the other ones. But it does have AI in the name, so I'm just taking note. All of these AI ones, kind of jotting them down as they pop on the scans. But I think SAI is going to be the one for now. It's definitely where the people are. So with these AI movers, would you consider this to be hot? Like, would you, because these AI movements have been going on for about, I think GFAI started like 2 weeks ago, where it popped up, and or AI started like 3 or 4 weeks ago, where it popped up, and then it just AI has just been popping all over the place. No news, no kind of anything, just the idea of AI out there popping. Would you consider this hot? Would you consider this the obvious moves? I guess a lot of had to be a lot of chat rooms or something talking about AI stock. You know, some of these are into AI, some of these are not. When you go and look at their company profiles, but they all have one thing in common: they have AI in the name or in the ticker symbol. So it's one of those things. I'm like, are these? I don't know. Are these legitimate moves? Are these gonna hold their gains or what with AI? But I guess you have to kind of look into the company because I know for a fact we looked at CX AI, which is an actual AI development company, one of the few. So we'll see. Lori says, I think GFAI is the next INDO. It's AI year to 2023. Yes, chat rooms are talking about them. Yep. Yep. Oh man, SAI might go crazy. It's already up 300%. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna be more optimistic. Cause yesterday we did some call outs on some AI stocks and we were like, we don't really know. But then they ripped from $3 up to $30. Like, I mean, completely unobvious, unpredictable. So I don't want to say, oh man, I think this was going down because AI has been hot. It's the environment for AI. So I don't know. BBAI. Okay, going back up there. 3 minutes left to the open. Retesting the $6 again. Holding up that six. Very quick bounce down to the six and right back up to the 650s. Incredible moves. 50 cent moves there in these little time frames in seconds. All right, let's see. One minute to the open. SAI top mover. Right behind it is CXAI, and behind that is just a banking stock, Bank of America. But on our list, MRAI. So let's see what happens. Can it hold up that six here coming into the open? Ooh, it's about to be so much volume coming into these. Oh my goodness. I just don't know which way they're going to go. Here goes AI. 3, 2, 1, and there's the open. Let's see if these things get active. So again, holding up that six, very quick bounce above six. Let's see the true sentiment here. Just now hitting 10 million shares on the day. Okay. So SAI. I want to watch it for a little bit because it's definitely holding above that 6. Let's see what happens if it drops below 6. Will it pop right back up above 6? There's 6 back on. Some buyers around 6, holding it. Yeah, this one's scary, man. It's holding that 6. Let's see if it continues to hold. Can we see the 6 come on the tape again? So we're seeing 90s, 80s. Can we see those 95s back up there? Because this thing has quite a bit of range. '90s coming. Yup. Can it retake the 6 here? $6 coming back on. Still doesn't mean it's over. Still up 286%. So being down 5% since the open is not bad. Seeing the massive move that it's made up. Okay, okay. Let me go. INPX is also up. Let me see that one. INPX up 41% as well, coming on down, but not really showing a whole lot of promise there. Okay, SAI holding up that 6 again. I think this thing's gonna rip some shorts. They're about to take some short shoes right here through this 724. Continues to hold the 6. Yeah, if I was a short, I'd be nervous. If it breaks over 675, that's not gonna be looking too pretty at all. Well, there's 675. And let's see if it's a proper trap. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Mm-hmm. Look, is it gonna halt? Wow. So it did go up there and test the 725s, was not able to have a very heavy win there at 725. So at this point, this is going to be a pullback. It probably needs to settle down a little bit after all these shorts got on here at the top. Okay. INPX halted downward. So I'm expecting to see a couple of halts down. CXAI halted. MRAI moving around. SPY over the 413s. IDAI continuing downward as well. BAI. IZM was another AI stock going down. Not really looking like a gapper now. Very low volume. GFAI. Not a whole lot on it either. So what I like to focus on is the high volume stocks. So I'm gonna start cleaning this up. The things that haven't even made it to 1,000,000 shares traded. Unless they do something crazy, they're gonna have to compete. AI itself going down. So maybe some sentimental following of AI if AI continues to break down. BBAI. But they're definitely gonna have to get some volume to compete. SAI again holding around at 6. But with this test of the 1, I would say it definitely needs time to come down and kind of settle. And this is one of those things where I kind of wait for candles to close to show me exactly what they want to do, because right now they're in a war zone of indecision. And the bottom of this is the 550s. CXAI red on the day. All right, MRAI is one of the few that's holding up green on the day. Only 7 million shares traded though. We'll see if it continues to be one of those that holds. We want to look for something that has that momentum upward. MRAI giving up the ghost back to $2. Okay. SI down to $5. Okay. Down 18% on the day. Getting a lot more volume going down than up. It took it almost all morning just to get, what, 5 million shares? And in this first candle on this drop, easily 5 million. Easily. So let's see what happens under the 6. Previous consolidation was right in here at the 375-ish looking level, like the mid-range of this. I don't know how that's going to hold. Let me go ahead and drop a support line in there. See how that's 375 holds on the 15-minute. No real consolidation here on the hour, though. I don't know where. Maybe it'll stop at the 438s on the hour. At the 438s right here. We got another support at 350. So I don't know any of those. But these drops will take it, what, well beyond 20% down on the day. MRAI, very choppy look on this first 15-minute candle. BBAI waking up. We got BBAI pop down here to 289s. Got up here to the 320s. Only up 13% though, but it is green on the day, holding green. So interesting. Has a top here from previous days of the 325s for a little bit of resistance here, 325. We look back, this has also been a bottom. And it looks like a central point that it's been trading around anyway. So touching 325 right now on BBAI. Getting up there, only 3 million shares traded. Only a 2-cent breakout over that 325. The top here is what, 336? Very odd number to have as a top. Where through those wick sets. So we'll see if it can get over that 336 and start to hold. AI itself, not really getting much trading down there. Okay, so now at this point, I'm like, okay, what stocks, are there any stocks like SAI is now doubling the volume of some of these other stocks? So I'm like, okay, let's do a little cleanup. If it's doubling its volume, we're gonna go ahead and clean it off because we want to look at where the people are. AI is definitely not where the people are. ADAI, not really, only 2 million. It's gonna have to step its game up. PTPI trash. BBAI continuing to hold up here around a 325-ish level. MRAI, we'll see. Can it come back? Can SAI come back into any obvious levels and find a wall of support? First, I mean, the major obvious level on a lower time frame, 15-minute, is at 375. May give a small bounce. I don't know how big that bounce is going to be off this 375 or the top of this for like around the 425s could possibly be something as well. $425s. Got this bottom here. And then under the 325s, that's probably going to be death. but it has all day to trade. We've only been through the first, not even the first 15 minutes, so we haven't even observed a full 15 minutes here yet. SI trying to get back up there to the sixes. A lot of indecision on all candles, hour, the 15 and the 4 hour. It's trying to make a decision as well. BBAI just running out of steam, not having the volume to push it through these levels or hold it through those levels. CXAI got down here to the $15. About to close up this first 15-minute candle. We'll see if it can go ahead and break down the 15. If we look on the 4-hour chart, we can see twice it's had resistance in this level, right around the 1539s here. So a little bit of support here. Twice is held here. So we'll see if it can actually go ahead and break that down or not. CXAI does not look horrible holding up here on this second time. Needs a little bit more volume though. Right now on my scans, I'm seeing on top gappers, things that are over 40%, IMPX, SAI, CXAI, and PTPI. On the top volume movers, we got the lineup SAI, BAC, Mara, MRAI, Tesla, CXAI, and JP Morgan, Fate, Riot, and IDAI. Now, these are the top 10 volume movers above $2. Let's go ahead and look at some of these daily charts as well while we're over here. So SI had a nice little pop, and it's got indecision right here around $6. MRAI, nice pops out there, had a bottom of the $2 and continues to try to get up there, holding up that 225. CXAI, CXAI does not want to come up. Okay. And then ADAI, IDAI. No. So CXAI had a bottom here of 15 and starting to pump back up on CXAI. This will be a double hold here on the $15. Trying to see if we can get that breakdown. The 15-minute is about to close. Based on the volume, though, CXAI is not winning on the volume, so probably need to wait on that one. SAI continues to dabble around the $6. $6.90 or $5.96, looking like it's going to end up holding here. Continues to get trades around the 6, but not over 6. All right, 15-minute candle will be closing in 10 seconds. BBAI came back under the 325s. CXAI, again, will it hold this $15 level? Volume weighted average is 1755 right now. It just came up and touched it a little bit. But overall momentum has not shifted back in the upward direction. MRAI, right around the tops again of the right under the 250. One of the few that's holding green on the day, a lot of green actually, up 22% since the open. So will it be able to grind through the 250s? INPX is dead to me. I don't even know. Previous bottom of the $5. So held the 5 and holding the 6 now. So holding between 5 and 6 for some reason. MRAI going up towards the top, 250 test. Well, it's through the 250. Let's see if it'll get a push here. Up 30% since the open. Okay, so MRAI getting a little love here through the breakout. 255 up to the 277. Yeah, so it's pushing out towards the $3 on MRAI. Okay. Looks like it's going into a halt here on the level 2s. I see orders on the books, but let's see if it's going to halt. False halt. Maybe real halt. Yeah, that's looking like a real halt. Yep. Okay, so that one's MRAI halted upward. We got SAI continuing to try to compete. CXAI, now they did end up holding this double bottom here of the 15, still holding over this on CXAI. BBAI going up towards the top as well. Are we just going to see a bunch of AI halts? Coming up here to this previous resistance that we put up here on the first one, I said this is a weird area for it to get stopped at 336, but it looks like it is finding a little bit of wall there. Let's see if we can go ahead and explode through that 336. Up 19%. Can you explode through that? Lower volume though, only 6 million shares traded on it. Interesting. Okay, SI again holding the $6, continuing to muddle its way up above the $6 on SAI. Can we get that push? SI getting a little shoved down under the 6 again. First 15-minute candle had 8 million shares traded. This one has about 3 million so far, but has quite a bit of time left on it. Let me see what time MRAI is going to be unhalting. Halted at 9:47:39, so 5 minutes. 9:52. 9:52 coming up here in like 2 minutes. What was it? 9:52:39. SI just having a struggle around the $6 here. BBAI continuing to hold up that 325 level. Latit Kumar, how to identify a good breakout. Um, how to identify a good breakout. One, let it have some reason to break out. You know, a lot of these breakouts that we've seen over the past couple of days that have just been ripping, they didn't have a reason, which is rare for these types of breakouts to be happening. Um, for a good breakout, you want to already see that the stock is giving you range, right? If it's only moving a couple of cents, 2, 3, 4, 5 cents, your breakout may not be that big. But if you see during maybe pre-market or during even during intraday, a stock start to open up its range where it's going from, like 20 cents, 20 to 50 cents, giving out 20 to 50 cents consistently, you can look for a pretty good breakout on range plays. The problem is with breakouts is even if it is a good breakout, you need to have a plan of action after the breakout. Are you going to hold through the breakout? Are you going to take what is your plan, or what is your structure of exiting after you enter? You probably need to have that already in mind, because most breakouts are really, they can happen really, really fast. They can break out and stay up, or they can break out and snap back down. And so there's ways that you can mediate that. You can put limit orders out there where if it gets to a certain price, sell at this price or better. So you already have kind of like a target area, and most people target previous resistance on breakout. But like with the open tops that we've been seeing, open top stocks like, where was it, IZM for example, or no, we'll go to CXAI from yesterday. So CXAI yesterday on the daily chart, when we were looking at it, we looked at it yesterday morning at $3, and we saw that beyond this breakout point on the daily chart, there was no resistance up here. There was nothing here. So it's like, where is it gonna stop? Nobody knows. All we were thinking, okay, is this thing? We were looking at the news, looking at the catalyst and everything, and AI has been moving. It has the sentiment in the market. And so when it came up here to this breakout of the 550 level, it broke it and it tested that 550 level for a little bit, and it just started going. Because there's no, I mean, think about it. If you're short on this, and CXAI is shortable, I believe. If you're a short on this at 550, and 550 was your cover where you want to be like, okay, I'm getting out of this thing. If this thing starts to break the 550 and hold that level for the first time in its life, there are going to be a lot of buyers, whether it's company news or not, because it didn't have any company news. Whether it's company news or not, with that volume that it had yesterday, which was, it ended the day with 163 million shares, there are a couple of things that you can take note of. One, it's blue skies. There's no stopping point. Two, there was a high amount of volume in that stock yesterday to have no company specific news. So it is very easy for big money to get in and out if they want to. You can easily take a million share position, right? So ease of liquidity is another thing you want to look for. And range, right? This thing started at $3 and ended the day at $10. That's a nice $7 per share move from the get-go. That's a nice range. But yeah, it's several variables that you have to take into consideration with the breakout. Most breakouts do fail, but with the right variables and actually limiting, if you have a breakout strategy, you get a breakout strategy that you back test. You back test it with, I don't know, 1,000 trades, 2,000 trades, whatever, and you have this strategy. If you limit that strategy to only those specific variables, you actually increase your chances of winning. Because let's say 90% of breakouts fail that don't have the variables that you are looking for. But with the variables that you are looking for, it's very rare. So when that moment comes, you have to execute. If you're fearful, you're like, oh man, I saw, the other 90% that didn't have my variables. I don't even know if I can trust my own variables. I don't know. So I'm not gonna take the trade. And then it boop, straight through the ceiling. It had your variables, it had everything, but because of what you've seen, you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to take this. But you gotta trust your strategy, trust your statistics, what you have tested, back tested. That's how you get to, you don't just come in and be like, oh man, this is going to be a great breakout. It's all about statistics and the numbers and the data that you've collected over your trades for proper breakout trading. How do you limit yourself? What requirements cause you to press the buy button for a breakout? Right? Now for me, I buy low. I buy the dip. So I'm not worried about the breakout. I'm in way before the breakout. I'm the breakout is not my cup of tea. I want to be selling to the people that are buying the breakout. I'm like, here you go. Here's my shares. Take them all. Pay me. All right, BBAI continued up to the 347, 347s. Yeah, Donnell, he's a breakout trader for real. He does the breakouts. BBAI is getting a little bit of a push. Oh man, I forgot to look at the freaking MRAI open. Oh well. But it did open up a little bit higher. But yeah, a lot of it is definitely back testing, because I can tell you, like, any breakout trader that is successful, that does it successfully, they have back tested their strategy. They have their set parameters. And that's the thing. A lot of people that, they're streaming or whatever, they don't have any set parameters of what trade they'll take. They'll take any trade. They'll take an A plus, B, C, D, F. It don't matter. If it's moving, they in there. But when you have those parameters, it increases the percentage or it not increases the percentage of winning, but it increases the probability of something continuing in your direction because of you've seen it so many times. But yeah. Oh yeah, level twos definitely. The over here, this right here, tape reading, seeing the order flow, seeing where buys are going, where sales are going, all of that. Seeing those big, like a big short or a big level or position of resistance where it continues to tap, knowing, okay, this thing is getting eaten away, or maybe this is a spoof order. Maybe it's somebody has put a order out there on the books that isn't real. So that means when the price level or the price action gets to that level, you'll see that level disappear. And all of a sudden, everybody that's holding at that or buying at that level, it's a huge breakout, right? But sometimes you see a level on the level twos that's not spoofed. It's real, and it's a real resistance, and it comes up. It doesn't disappear. It just holds, and a lot of times you'll see rejection. Now, with enough people, sometimes those levels, like we saw with CXAI yesterday, those levels tried to hold. They tried to hold, and with enough people and emotion, and transactions and demand and supply getting immediately bought up, those levels sometimes don't matter. They will get knocked down. And that's the thing about the market. You're winning and you're losing. If you are right, you're not with the majority of people. You know what I mean? When you're trading, if you are right, you're not with the majority. You're with the minority. You know, and that me and Rooster were talking about strategies the other day. Um, and your strategy, it's only good if you're taking profit from the market. If you have a strategy that's not profitable, it's like, why waste your time? Back test. I think CXAI just halted down. Did it halt down? Down to 1432. Not really getting a whole lot of I think CXAI, yeah, halted down right there. This was my one of my fears of these AI moves with no reasoning, is that they would halt down today. But what was I saying? Yeah, get your strategy, get your tested results, and bring them to the market, right? That's all you're doing. Back test, and you don't have to be running around doing 100 different strategies. Get you a strategy, or first of all, think about the market. Think about the people in the market and who you want to attack. For me, I'm attacking shorts. I'm attacking shorts under VWAP. I want to see a retracement back to VWAP as shorts are trapped, right? For somebody else, their attack may be on shorts above VWAP, shorts that are shorting early. They're building a position and to push them out of their positions. For a short, you could be attacking longs under VWAP. You could, okay, you want to buy low, we're gonna push it lower. You could attack longs above VWAP. You could be like, okay, cool. You wanna buy high, we're gonna smack you in the mouth. So it's like, who you need to find out who your target is. Who are you trying to attack? Especially for day trading. It's a little bit different for swing trading and longer term investment, because it's more time in there. But on the day of, in a day trade, who are you attacking? And who are you not trying to get attacked by? Who is your target? There's a reason people be like, oh yeah, I like sniper plays in the market. I like those quick plays where it gives my a movement in my direction. I can take profit quickly. Those sniper plays, that's killing a lot of people getting that money very quickly. It's a reason. It's a war zone. You can be a sniper if you have a strategy for that. And a lot of breakout traders have to make sniper plays because they're already buying higher than the average, and they're looking for that quick breakout, get that quick pop, gather the profit, and be done. That's I mean, they have to be snipers, because sometimes holding high is not the best idea. Sometimes it just depends on, like, again, the variables behind it. MRAI. And I guess the other thing you have to take in consideration with your trading is, what is your goal on a day? Some people come in, they be like, man, I'm gonna make as much as I can, make as much as I can in the market. Setting goals and parameters can keep you safe as well, because it limits your exposure to the actual market, right? So let's say if you come in, like earlier this week, I took one trade, it was like a $200 trade, right? And I was like, okay, 200 bucks in a day, cool. That's cool with me. That's a couple of tanks of gas, right? But for some people, their average is, $1,000 a day. They're trading with a much bigger account. You have to build parameters that keep you safe. Some people are swinging big sticks. Some people are like, I just want to make a little bit of money, pay some bills. So at what point do you discipline yourself to be like, okay, I've made enough for what I wanted to do on a day, or I've reached my daily goal. And even if I do continue to trade, let me use that daily goal that I've already got in pocket. Let me not lose that, right? Let me not risk that. I've reached my daily. So how can I continue to trade and not risk what my goal was on the day, right? The Like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot to take into consideration. I don't know. You just got to think about everything. It's a whole business model, you know. BBAI slowed down under that 350-ish level. Let me see when CXAI is going to be unhalting here. CXAI 10:01:22, 10:06 should be unhalting here. It should have unhalted, but I guess it's going to be a longer halt than expected there. Yeah, I saw that, Lori. I saw that snipper. I was like, yeah, he's a master snipper. Oh boy. But yeah, and this is some of the stuff that we talk about in definitely in the Discord when I go offline. We continue to talk about different, everybody there's so many strategies, and every strategy is viable with its own parameters that have to be kind of sculpted by the individual trader. Like, people use all kinds of stuff. They use all kind of indicators. They use all. Now, I will say there is a point where you can overcomplicate all that you have on your charts. I mean, you can look at my TOS chart. My TOS chart, I don't have anything but supports and resistances here. I think I have the 200 moving average. That's about the only thing that I have on my charts. I think. Let me go to the spot. Yeah, 200 moving average is the only thing I have on my daily chart. And then over here on these charts, all I have is a VWAP. So it just depends what you use. If you use an indicator, use it consistently, right? Some people just straight use order flow. They don't even use candles. They just use order flow. What are the orders doing? How's the money moving? You know, but whatever indicator, and the candlesticks themselves are indicators. So whatever indicator you use it consistently. Don't use it for a week, let it go, come back 4 months later, pick up that indicator again, be like, oh, I'm gonna try this again. Use it consistently, you know. All right, MRAI dropping to the ground. So we are seeing the bleeding start. Let's see, SAI down 21%. Okay. Got some heavy hitters. SPY coming down as well. Heavy off the 415 back to the 413s. BBAI coming on down. This is what I was expecting. This is what I was expecting. And this is why for my parameters, I let the first hour of the day play out. So, a lot of people, they're trading, get all their trading out. Cool. I come back in, I look at what the market is doing, all the fear, all the emotions kind of settle. They're still there, but I'm a calm, patient person. And I like trading with calm, patient people. So I let all the people that are, got hot blood get on out of the way. I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna come in and try and see what's left over. Cause I'm not looking for much. Some people are coming in looking for a full dollar 50 move. And I'm like, good luck. I'm not looking for that much. I don't need a dollar 50 move. All I need is 10 to 15 cents. That's it. On 2,000 shares, I'm good. I'm great. I'm great, man. Lori says SAI close to buying level. um SAI where was that previous? Oh yeah, yeah, it is. 420. So I had the top here 429. I had the mid level, and a lot of times I like looking for zones, right? I like to see, okay, well, if it was previously trading in this level, what's the top? What's the top level support, which is 425? What's the mid range of the consolidation, which was what, 375 ish? And then what's the bottom of the consolidation? If I see a whole break of the zone all the way down through here, I'm like, okay, maybe there's a little bit more short momentum than I would like. But when I start to see it hold higher, it definitely gives me a little bit more confidence. But also looking up here at the higher time frames, if we look back up here at the 4 hour, 4 hours big red right now. I usually try my best. If I'm gonna buy on a 4 hour red candle, it's gonna have to be extended, red, right? Red candle like this, cause I mean it can go either way. Yeah, I mean it could open up the next candle and continue downward. It could do whatever. So I don't know. I like to see the candles close. Now sometimes I don't wait for a whole 4 hour candle to close because that takes all day. But I will wait for the hour or the 15-minute candles to close to show me what they want to do. CXAI continuing down 1385, down 26% on the day. I hope Rooster ended up taking some profit, man. He was holding, he got in down here at 10 or 9 something or 8 something. This thing went up to $30. I hope he sold some at least because he held overnight. So if you're gonna risk the biscuit like that, you might as well take some profit. Okay, let's jump over here to the scans real quick. So BAC taking the lead on the day. Of course, we have INPX dropping under $1 now, absolutely dying. It's got a lot of volume, but it's just not in the competition in the upwards motion. It's holding 40% with no news, but just not the type that I want. SI. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to. I'll have to see about these AI stocks. They've had a whole week, a couple of weeks of playtime after the banking, even before or during the banking. AI was still popping, so they've had their time. We'll see what they want to do. But I'm not in any rush to rush into them. But definitely watching the banking stocks though. I'm still watching those. Watching those to come on down. MRA I continues to extend to the downside. CXAI continue to drop down. Previous high was 989 for a little bit of support from yesterday's high. Down 30% on a day, just not looking good. And it has 13 million shares traded on. Okay, not that much. Looks like the volume, let's see, 8 million shares on the first candle, 4 million, 2 million. Where are those big share sizes? Where are those 10,000 share positions that were just up here? Looks like everybody's left the party. What's going on? Where's the size? Even the spoofs. Where are the spoofs at? The people that know how to spoof those numbers aren't even here anymore. Interesting. There's so many things that you have to, or you don't have to, but so many things that I use to consider, a buy or sell or whatever. Um, but overall, I look for the same structured setup. I look for extremes. I want to see an extreme sell off where, especially on plays where it's like good news or this thing should continue higher, right? I'm looking for those extreme sellouts for shorts to get very happy on it. and look for the attack back up, you know. And I'm really, I mean, holding to the breakout. A lot of my plays, they work out. The structure works out the same way because I try to take the same trade every time. It's like the same structure. It's like rinse and repeat. Same structure every time. Sell half at VWAP. If it continues through VWAP, hold half. If it fails through VWAP, take the rest on that failure and look for new entries. So I'm looking for short traps. Oh boy, but anyway, oh my goodness, it's 9:16. Jesus Christ. Okay. I I'm going to probably just watch. Oh, let me get the Discord too. If you guys want to get into the Discord and see what we're talking about, we post everything in the Discord, like our trades, our thesis for our trades, the reasoning behind the trade. We're not just pressing the buy button, right? Um, and that's one thing that I try to be very diligent about is having a reason to press the buy button. But there's the Discord link if you want to get into the Discord. Um, but yeah, at this point, we're seeing a lot of pullbacks in these stocks. SI did not get a good test of any of these previous levels, so kind of stopping in no man's land out there. Stopping in no man's land. And we usually are in the trade analysis tab of the Discord. There are other conversations that go on in the other parts of the Discord, but trade analysis is pretty much where we live at as day traders. And yeah. Just continuing on down, aren't you? So the bottom here, 232. Can it go ahead and get that push down? Shorts finally finding their bearings on some of these stocks. BBAI is one of the few that's still holding green on the day with a nice setup. May give some breakout traders another chance, but definitely not my cup of tea. Okay. Well, at this point, not seeing anything out of the open. Very interesting moves on some of these AI stocks, but I will be back on Monday morning, early Monday morning, to see what wants to play out on next week. See if we can take some profits and continue this green week, green month, green couple of months, and try to continue building out. But yeah, that is it for me today. Don't forget, oh man, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, but you enjoy the content, you can think about subscribing, whether you're on YouTube or you can follow on Twitch. I may start streaming to Twitter as well. I don't know. It just depends. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, you guys, if you're gonna continue trading, be careful. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Be safe. Have a great weekend. And peace. I'm out.